Our award winner for Courageous Female Student Athlete is Ramona McShane. Here's her story. You might have trouble digesting it all, but listen closely. In 1996, Ramona was born in the war-torn African nation of Sierra Leone, where a savage civil war raged on for a number of years. When she was just a toddler, anti-government rebels stormed her family's home in the capital of Freetown, killing Ramona's grandmother, who was shielding her at the time. Ramona's mother died days later. During the attack, Ramona's right arm was intentionally shot, leaving doctors no choice but to eventually amputate. Ramona was then brought to the United States by aid organizations. She was put into foster care, and she was there for 2.5 years before she was told that a family wished to adopt her. Kelly and Kevin McShane and their 2 children were that family. Ramona's life could have gone in a number of different directions as a result of her experiences, those horrible experiences as a child, but as part of the McShane family and her own strong will for success, she has thrived now as a student at St. Andrew's Episcopal School, where she is a star player on the soccer team. In this video, you will see that Ramona did not simply survive the attack. She has made an affirmative decision to live, love, laugh, and dream.
On the outside, I feel very confident, put together, but on the inside, I shake so much. I'm like, oh my God, can I do this?
This is 17-year-old varsity soccer player Ramona McShane. On this day, for the very first time, she will share with friends and family a story. Her story.
I was a victim and a witness. I am here now as only a witness. Without the war, I wouldn't have met the people I have met along in my life journey. I wouldn't believe in all the potential I have, and I would not have become the person I am today.
Ramona was born here in Sierra Leone, along the west coast of Africa, where a savage civil war had raged for 5 years between government and anti-government forces. When Ramona was a toddler, rebels attacked the capital, Freetown, where her family lived.
They came in with their guns out and said, "If you move, we'll shoot." But of course we moved, and they started shooting. My grandmother, who was carrying me, she was shot by a machine gun and died protecting me with her body.
At a hospital days later, cameras captured this footage of Ramona. She had been shot in the right arm. Doctors were forced to amputate. The Civil War raged on. Ramona was separated from the rest of her family and placed into a refugee camp.
Me in that refugee camp changed my life forever. The president of Sierra Leone at that time told one of his representatives to pick a child that was 2 or 3, was amputated, and was very cute. I fit all of those descriptions. And they chose me to be the poster child for peace.
And so, the president of Sierra Leone brought Ramona to rallies and peace talks.
Overseas today, the Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright, was in Sierra Leone, and that 3-year-old girl being held by Mrs. Albright has had her arm deliberately shot off by anti-government rebels.
Less than a year later, aid organizations brought 4-year-old Ramona and 7 other refugees to the U.S.
Her name is...
Once here, they testified in Congress, met with President Clinton, and protested on the streets of New York City. In 2002, after 2.5 years in foster care, Ramona was told a family in Washington, D.C. was interested in adopting her. And so the McShanes and 6-year-old Ramona were set to meet on the morning of November 30th, 2002.
I didn't want to because I was happy with my family then. So like when I found out that a new family was coming to look at me, I was like, I'm gonna make them hate me. I'm gonna act as horrible as I can.
The very first moment we met her, she walked in the house and saw us and immediately started crying. I remember thinking, oh God, she hates us.
And when we met her, she was definitely a little spoiled and a little obnoxious. But she was acting a lot like a typical 6-year-old as well.
In my lifetime, up until the point I met Kelly and Kevin, I was told by a lot of adults to call them mom or dad. And I knew they weren't. I knew I had a real mom and a real dad, but I was still forced to call them that. So when I first met Kelly and Kevin, I asked them, what do you want me to call you? And I was expecting them to say, call me mom or dad. But they said, you can call us whatever you want. And I said, Kelly and Kevin. Right then and there is when I started to like them. It was also when I decided that I wasn't going to try and make them hate me.
December 22nd, 2002, Mamuna moves in with the McShanes. 3 days later, on Christmas, among the many gifts she received was her first pair of soccer cleats. In the spring of 2003, the McShanes decided to sign up 6-year-old Mamuna for organized soccer.
I just bulldozed through people. I was really fast and athletic. I didn't really have very technical skills, but I always scored.
Probably the first season she was playing recreational soccer, she finished the game, and after she was crying, and Kelly and I said, well, what's going on here? I was like, well, that kid called me a one-arm. And, you know, Kelly just wasn't having that.
What do we do? Do you want to go talk to him directly? Do you want me to talk to him?
They went over there and confronted him. And, you know, Mamuna said, I don't like it when you call me one arm. It makes me feel bad.
Started being aware of people more. When I see other people with one arm and they're just walking out, no sweater or anything, with tank tops or whatever, I'm like, I always feel jealous of them. They can just walk around without caring the world. I wish I could do that. I've been branching out. I've been working harder to show my arm, or like show that I have one arm.
Is there any way I can see it?
I'll show it to you.
Why do you want to show it now compared to the way you did before?
I just want to stop wearing heavy sweaters. I just want to stop hiding it. Kelly and Kevin, you are the best parents I could have ever asked for. You make me feel safe and loved. And I love you both, too. My message to you is that bad things will happen to you in your lifetime. But remember, something good always comes out of something bad. You may not believe me when it's happening to you, but trust me on this one. Thank you for listening.
The presenters for this award are Craig Johnston, who played with Liverpool, Terry Mooney, and reading the inscription, Dale Whitaker, Provost for UCF.
Mamuna, I'm so honored to have the opportunity to read this inscription. It's such a well-deserved award and such a touching story. Mamuna Mansouri McShane, for your strength and resilience in the face of adversity, and for having the courage to let the world see you on the inside and out. You truly are a symbol of peace.
Hi, everyone. As you may have heard, my name is Ramona McShane. I would like to start off by saying thank you to the NCAS for giving me this award. It has been a great honor to be here with you all tonight. Well, I can say I have stopped hiding. As you can see, I'm not wearing a sweater tonight. And I don't know why I was hiding all these years. It's actually not that nerve-wracking. But whatever. I would like to give thanks to my family, especially my father, who has been my soccer coach since I started playing soccer when I was 6. It's a shame he retired as my coach last year. He was awesome. I would not be as great as if he wasn't my coach. I thank my family and friends for making me laugh every day and being happy and blessed to be alive. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for you guys. I give thanks to my coaches for helping me to perfect my soccer skills. I also give thanks and a prayer to my brothers who are living in Sierra Leone during this difficult time. Without them, I would not be standing in front of you all today. I am also very thankful that I have been given opportunities to play sports and have a great education. I will be closing with the same message I gave to my classmates last year at my chapel talk, and this quote was made up by yours truly, me. Like I said, bad things will happen to you in your lifetime, but remember that something good always comes out of something bad. You may not believe me when it's happening to you, but trust me on this one. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations.